What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day, and today I'm bringing you a cute little bugger, as a matter of fact. Now, I'm not a big fan of the neon green. Everybody who knows me knows that, but they do have their positives. If you are using this out in the woods or in the garage or anywhere else, and you drop this on the ground, here's a good shot. You're going to see it, and it's not going to blend in with any rock that's forming naturally in the dirt. So let's go over this little guy right here. This is the Frost Cutlery Tac Extreme, and tac as in like TAC. I think that's how they call it. Yep, it's the Tac Extreme. The model number is Tango X-Ray 081 Golf, which is TX081G. And I have to say that my first impressions of this little tiny box was, oh great, here we go again. Then I picked it up and I opened it, and I'm thinking, you know, that 2.5 millimeters thick, and you know, and it's got a real nice open. It's kind of a sturdy little knife. It's better in the hand so far than some of the bigger guys that I've used that were really loose and wobbly and didn't feel that good. This one, it is a spine lock, you know, and it's not a fast deploy, but it's a strong deploy. You know, you know, I can get that feeling where some things are just a little bit stiffer, a little bit better in the hand. And even though it's little, it's really little, that's what I get out of this. It even has a nice shape to it. That little palm swell right there fits really good for me in between these two fingers. Then I use the jimping with my thumb, and I keep my finger in the jimping here. And I have to say that it's not that bad. The handle is just plastic. It's just molded plastic. There's no liners. But so far it hasn't done me any wrong. It's got some kind of skull or something on there. You can see that. It's on both sides. And let's see, let's go over specs real quick. It is 3.75, so 3 3/4 closed. It's got a 3 3/16 overall blade, but it's got a 3-inch cutting edge. Now this one doesn't have the sharpest tip. The tip, as you could probably see that, it's slightly rounded at the tip, but I don't think that's going to take anything away from this thing being a stabber just because of the shape of the blade altogether. That spear tip is just really nicely done. It is not, and I'm thankful for this, it is not a wedge grind, so it's got both sides, and I can totally appreciate that. I do like it. I do like it. I can't tell if it's a hollow grind or what. I have no idea. It's just so small. It's hard to gather. But anybody who knows the grind better than I do will be able to tell. So that doesn't matter. What matters is, does it work as a knife? Is this thing, even though it's small, is it knife capable? And small has its place. Small fits right inside the third pocket in your jeans. Small is something that nobody's going to notice. Small is something that's not going to be in the way. It's not going to be obtrusive in your pocket. Small knives always have a place. Small knives are just easy. They're just easy little knives, and especially you have a kid, Boy Scout, anything like that, and they need a little tiny pocket knife, something that you can trust them with, that's not going to go big time nuts and scare people. A small little lockback like this, I tried changing the focus, guys, and it still happens. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, man. A small little blade like this has its place in knife guy society. And as far as little blades are concerned, is it, you know, the best little blade you're going to pick up? No, not by any means. However, we're going to find out if this is a doable blade, because my first impressions of holding this knife and opening this knife, and I've had this for a few months now, and all I've done is hold it and open it. I haven't done anything with it. My first impressions is that it's a pretty decent little knife from this part. Now let's try that part. Let's go. All right, so this guy, it feels to me like it's more of a stabber than it is a slasher, but we're going to try and figure that out together, all right? Me and you, mano y mano. All right, let's go here. Woo! I'll tell you what, I opened it up, and it cut through really easy. The only reason it didn't separate is because that's the only part I hit. I hit it with the end of the blade, but this is where you're going to get the most action, is stabbing, 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 right? That's what this guy is going to be for. Now, it's not going to be a great plastic stabber because of that round tip and because I already caved it in, but you will be able to penetrate. But I have to say, with a shape that's made to penetrate, the slash was far more impressive. Speaking of the slash, let's see if we can find out how sharp it is. Oh, I am getting some hairs. This isn't baby's that smooth. You know, it would take a little while, but it is. I don't know if you could even see it. Let's try. It is knocked some hair off the arm. If I wanted to shave my arm, no, I'd be there for about 5 days. All right, so let's keep going here. Whoop. All right, so these little knives right here are just general purpose knives. They're not made for anything special. They don't have a main purpose. It's a little knife that you pull out to do small tasks with. That's it. It's not made for use and abuse and going crazy. But for the main thing for a lot of these little knives, these sub $10 knives, is a lot of times it's just personal protection. That's what it's for. It's to have something cheap and at the ready to where if you need it and you get attacked because you're walking to, you know, Easy Mart somewhere by Bigfoot, then you will be able to defend yourself. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of Bigfoots out there that want to cause you harm. This little guy right here is something that can return the favor, without a doubt. But let's see how it is. Whoops! As a little knife. Let's do a couple drop tests. We'll see the balance. All right, we're gonna go at a 4-foot drop. Hey, I wasn't sure if that was gonna happen. All right, well, I was pretty sure that was gonna happen. Do a couple downward throws, see if we loosen it up. And the reason I say see if we loosen up is because this is really, really sturdy so far. The opening and closing, there is zero wobble in this knife. And you can hear when I throw this down how solid it's hitting, and it's not going doing. There's just no rattle. And I appreciate that. So let's close it. Let's open it. I'm still stiff. I'm still nice and tight, and everything feels really good in the hand. So far, so good. Now let's use the thick nylon rope instead of the twine and see how this guy does. And holy moly, this just outperformed a lot of its big brothers that Frost makes. That actually went through really, really freaking easy. That was kind of impressive. We got some twine here. Let's put the actual edge against the rope. Maybe that'll help. The spine won't do a very good job. And just like cutting through, it works. Tac Extreme, I gotta say, so far I'm kind of impressed with this little guy. Let's see, we got some hard rubber plastic vacuum cleaner hose. And bam. And bam. And bam. So this thing is doing all right by me as far as edge is concerned. I'm kind of digging that. All right, so let's take off some bark here. No problem for this little knife. No problem at all. I mean, it's literally taking it right down. So can it remove wood? Hell yeah, it can remove wood. Actually, it's doing a really, really fine job too. That's a really fine job. Let's see. Let's see. I know I normally do this in reverse, and I prefer to do it toward me, but I figure I'm right here and I got this guy like this, so why not? I'm gonna do a little push cut to make some feather sticks, and it's a really, really, really good little knife for that. Look at that. Look at those curls. Whoop, right back in there. That is actually really, really nice. Guys, this is a sub $10 knife. It's a sub $10 knife. I'm pretty sure if I use it a little bit too much, I'll have no problem loosening this up and making it not so great. But as it stands, as it sits, as it rides, as it holds, so far so good. I know this is not a big stick, but it's still a stick. It's still wood. And I just want to see how the edge is going to handle going through wood in a baton. So let's see that. Whoop. Yeah, man. It's actually cruising right through. I know it's not a big stick, but that's because there isn't one next to me. But here's the thing is I'm batoning through wood and there's 0 damage to the edge. There's 0 loosening in the lock. That right there is, so far, I have to say, this is one of the absolute best frost lock blades I've ever used. And the good thing about this, for some of you guys who are watching, this is one of those models that comes, if you wanted to buy, go to Cutlery Corner and buy a package, this is one of those models that you can get like 12 of. You know what I mean? It'll come in a package deal. You might spend, you know, 20, 40 bucks on a package of 50 knives or whatever. And some of them are going to be packages, bundles of the same knife. And this is one of those knives that they put in a bundle. And if you're getting a bundle of these and you're probably in the deal, it's going to break down to like $2 or $3 a pop. You're easily getting $5 to $10 on one of these knives, and somebody's going to be happy with it. It's actually pretty decent. I'm liking this knife so far. I'm not going to do a ton with it because it's, you know, just a little lock blade. It's a 3-inch lock blade. And what else do I need to show you? I need to show you that it cuts. I need to show you that it's stiff. I need to show you that it's pretty strong. I need to show you that it's sharp. And everything that this knife needs to be, I've already showed you that it is. I'm pretty impressed with that. You know, I absolutely didn't expect it, but there are 2 more things I want to do. So let's go get the first one done. Okay, so right behind me, we have some of the 1-inch forest, and I want to see if I can't knock some down right here. I'm pretty sure that you guys are, you're not really in frame, but this is what I'm swinging at. I'm going to swing at a little high first. And so far, I'm going through. There we go. Now I'll be able to bring it down so I can show you. I just cut this piece off. Now we'll go to another part of it where you can actually see. So, slashing and cutting down little tiny trees, it's definitely not made for. However, I was able to do it, and you can see right there, that's a pretty long cut going through. And just look at this guy. Man, making pit spikes and arrows and spears would be absolutely no problem with this little knife. You could peel a cucumber pretty fast, I'll tell you that. Look at this. Look at this, man. Just sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Whew. All right, that makes one thing left to do. All right, there's only one thing left to do. Hey, and look at who I found. Little worm. Little worm. He was cruising right by. Look at that flat nose. Look at that flat nose he's got. Ooh-wee. I was just setting up, and this guy was cruising right by my phone. We'll put him back down. Let him continue on his way. All right, so I want to throw this. It's really, really light. So I'm not sure. Here, go back in the direction you were going. I'm not sure how it's going to fly, but we're going to find out. And we're going to find out together. Uh-oh. I threw that pretty hard. And I missed pretty bad. Uh-oh. Well, I gotta say, banging it against a tree isn't damaging it so far. So far, so good. There it is. There it is. I just changed up the angle on the throw. Actually went pretty good. Let's see. After banging it pretty hard, still opens, still closes, still pretty solid. Wow, where did you come up with this one, Frost Cutlery? In my book, this is a winner. So instead of going to the rack, it's not much to talk about. I'm just going to tell you that this little knife right here, I don't know if I just got a real juicy one that came out of the factory, something really happy and well done, or if this is really how all these are, because I like this. I like this little knife. This thing works. It works, and everything I wanted it to do, it did. And unlike a lot of the knives, it stayed wiggle and wobble free. Nothing broke, nothing cracked. I mean, I smashed this handle against that tree twice, and look at that. There's nothing going on with this. I can't wiggle it at all. It's solid. I've had some really good knives give me a little bit of loosening from doing some throws. Not this one. Gotta say, I'm impressed. All right, so I didn't think I was gonna like it at first because I don't like green, and well, not green. I love green. I don't like this green on a knife. And it's a little kind of small, and it's just, you know, a stainless steel. It's probably a 440. But I have to say, all honesty, if I'm giving you guys, you know, my, you know, not my what I wanted it to be, but what I actually think it is, this knife right here, sub $10, it's worth every penny. It's worth, I mean, it's not a lot of pennies you have to spend, and that's a good thing. But for the pennies that you do spend, the little Tac Extreme, you guys find this knife out there, and you're either desperate for a knife because you lost one and you need something cheap to hold you over, or you want to get a kid their first knife, or you just want a decent little, you know, in-bag knife or side bag knife, or, you know, extra knife, a little, you know, carry buddy, a little, you know, something to go with your real knife. This one right here is it. This is a pretty good little deal, and I'm happy that I got this, and I'm happy that I got to test it for you guys. I know it's nothing special, however, you can't tell the knife that, because it worked as if it was born to be special. So, not too bad. I'm digging it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm at a loss, because I'm satisfied with this little guy right here. And what else I am is, I am Donnie B all day. And until next knife.